There's the Boga Forts. Put all this out. Assume it. I'm not seeing a 50, whatever he needs. There's the Scoai'tael. He still needs to have 39. Or 38, I guess, because it's +1. There's a unicorn. Yeah, no, we got him. We got him. So with the patch, one of the things you want to try out is non-devotion Symbiosis, because a lot of the neutrals, especially the weather cards, got nature tags. And this was a request from a long time ago, so I figured we would go do it. There's a lot of synergies here, so as you can see, these are all nature cards now. And one of the big ones here is Spring Equinox. So Spring Equinox is boost an L unit by 0, increase the boost by 1 for nature starting deck. We're going to play 12 natures, so this is going to be a +12. And yeah, we're going to play this. We're going to replay it with Forest Protector. And it's going to be pretty big. It's point slam with it, basically. So as far as the deck goes, we're playing Nature's Gift, we're playing Crystal Skull, not too surprising. And then I actually threw in Roog. So Roog plays Clear Skies, which is a nature card, and it boosts everything on a row, which is quite good for a bunch of our tree ants. And obviously we're going to have to try this out because it's a new scenario. I figured this would be a good deck to try it out in, since we're playing non-devotion anyway. And yeah, we had a bunch of extra provisions, so I figured we would play this. Basically, whenever we play a gold card, we're going to get the effect of Roog. It's Prologues to spawn Cataclysm. And then we go 5 damage, which is nice because we don't have the most control in this. And then we have the Clear Skies to boost all of our guys. Also worth noting, since it's just a gold unit, we can't double trigger it with stuff like Call to Force, but I think it'll still be pretty good. They're playing the Aquan, so she's obviously really good. We want to Crystal Skull her. They're playing Simloss, double Bountiful Harvests. Double anything really. It's worth knowing Simloss double Equinox is like 26 points. So that's pretty good. Then we have the Ethne. Even without the third form, I think the second form to get the 2 Young Dryads is still worth it. Especially because we can play nature cards so quickly. That, like, if they just kill one, it's still pretty good for us. Then we have the Forest Protector. Preferably play Spring Equinox here. Call the Forest. Herald Gourd. Usually I don't play Gourd, but I think here we will. Just because usually we don't play them. And one of the things with Gourd is a lot of the times you might not play all of your nature cards because they might not be the most valuable. Like say you're playing Tempering and like 2 Temperings, 2 Dried Caresses. You don't really want to be playing the Temperings a lot of the time. So you will only have played like 8 or 9, like 7 or 8 maybe specials with Gourd. But since we're playing the new Tempest and stuff, and Simloss, that'll play a lot out of our deck, so I think the Gourd will be good enough. Then we have, like I said, just mentioned the Tempest. So Tempest plays all the copies of Frost, Fog, or Rain from our deck. We picked Frost. I think Frost is the most useful one, just because if the opponent plays a big engine you want to deal with, the Frost hits it down 2 and you can rebuke it. I think that's probably why Frost is the most useful. So yeah, this plays out the Frost. That's 3 nature cards in 1 turn. So if you got Symbiosis out, obviously really good. Worth noting, you could play, what is the thing's name? We'll get to the bronzes. I just want to mention this real quickly since I mentioned that plays 3 specials in 1 turn. I wanted to mention the Elven Sage Scribe, rather. So if we have this out, we play the other guy, we get 3 counters removed immediately, which is pretty good. You can cut some of the force for it, but that one's up to you. I think actually we'll try it out, but we'll get there in a minute. So then we have the Tempest, the 2 Harvests, the Equinoxes, then the Rebukes. Pretty standard stuff here, the Hamadryads. We're actually playing an Elven Seer. I kind of wanted to do 2 Elven Seers, but couldn't quite fit it. The Elven Seer is really good because it replays the Spring Equinox, you put it on it. I didn't go for 2. This is hard to fit. I think Hamadryad, Rebuke, Equinox, and all the other cards are pretty good, so I didn't want to cut them, so I just put in the 1 Seer. I think it's really good with Equinox. The only thing is, obviously, the problem with Seer is sometimes it dies, but it happens. We aren't playing the... What is the other one you usually see with Seer? Sorceress. She's expensive, and we need the nature cards. So, You could, if you want to, play the 2 Seers. I think it might be worth it. If you can hit them with Equinox, it's obviously going to be great. But otherwise, they usually just die. We have the Fledglings, the 2 Frosts, the 1 Caress here. You could run a second Caress, but we have all the natures we need here. All 12. Well, yeah, this is going to be a plus 11, I should say, on Equinox, not 12. Because the Ragh isn't a nature, but it should be fine. I just want to try out the Ragh. And I think it will add a lot to the deck, since we don't have the round 3 with Ethne. Then we have the 2 Pond Keepers and the 1 Enchantress. Now, I mentioned the Scribe. We could play a Scribe in place of the Enchantress. I think we'll try that out. See how it goes. Just because. Usually I play the Scribe, but or the Enchantress, but we'll play a Scribe today. So as far as the deck, seems pretty interesting. We're definitely going to be trying to get as many of these big spring equinoxes as possible. Plus 11 on each one. Should be pretty good. Let's go see how this works out. Playing against a Soldier, Renfri, or Bomb deck. Not sure which one it'll be. Preferably Renfri, because bombs would be very annoying for our deck. We drew a lot of... Well, we definitely don't want those two, so they're going back in. So we drew a lot of natures. Hopefully it is soldiers, not bombs. Or Renfri, not bombs. They both play the light cavalry. Problem with bombs is they're pretty engine heavy. Okay, so it's going to be Renfri, it looks like. That's good.
Mother Earth, I grant you my
One thing worth noting is we don't have the 2 caresses like we normally would. So locks are worse than against like regular old devotion symbiosis. Bit of Vilgefortz us. Hopefully it's not Simloss. Are you kidding me? Well, that's annoying. That is a huge problem. That is a huge problem. Man, RNG is just my favorite aspect of this game. We don't actually have a single Symbiosis card to play before these. I say hopefully it's not Simloss. What is it, like a 1 in 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 in 8 he hit Simloss. Honestly, even Aquin are better. Like, Aquin and Gord are both good for him to hit. We just didn't draw any of the ones we didn't want him to hit. And there's the Renfri. Okay, so he's going to win the round because we don't have Aquin. So we won't have Simloss later. Might as well just play a Rebuke. We're not going to get any value from this Frost, but I really wanted to thin our deck. Since our hand's lacking a lot of key things, and we're going to have to play a long round 2 probably. We're just going to have a Meteor Shower. Rebuke really doesn't get any value outside of maybe a light cavalry. But that's going to have armor. Obviously just armor that enough that this won't do anything to it. I guess he's spotted. No, he just opened with Vilgefortz. He didn't even spot her first. I don't think. Another Rebuke here for value. So we saw a 4, so it's one of these. It means we don't have Aquin in our top 3. It's good to know, I guess. Oh no, this was a 7. No, we got plus 7. Nice. Not even going to play this one that still has armor because it doesn't matter. So yeah, there's 5. So we might have Aquan. So this is worth 12 currently. If we played this, we would go 15, 27. Wouldn't be enough. May as well just pass. So it's a Pond Keeper. Yeah, this looks like a loss. Looks like a loss. He's gonna pressure here. He still has his Meteor Shower. We needed to draw Aquan. Or Call of Force to get Aquan. Otherwise, we don't have the engine value really to keep up with this when he plays the late Cavalries. Ragh would have been really useful too. Now he knows we don't have Aquan because he probably saw it there. Let's just make this. Is he has Renfri, so this is gonna be locked, so boosting it doesn't do anything. Or like we can't boosting it with this to protect it doesn't do anything. It's his 4th spotter thus far. Okay, it's only worth 7. That's good to know. Good to know. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to Ethne this round. If it makes him pass and we lose the Ethne, I don't mind because our hand's so bad. We don't have these too. And if we are forced to play all of our golds before we draw this, it won't really matter. We're going to need to point slam the Equinoxes to counteract the Meteor Shower. There's the lock. We don't have an unlock, so that's just locked now. Let's do this. So if he passes, we go up a card. There's another lock. Should be his last lock. I guess he could have another one because he played this one. You might have a 3rd lock. He's gonna spy on us. We're getting the Meteor Shower. Row's not full yet. The Renfri? Oh, he's gonna Meteor Shower. Okay, he might be overcommitting here. He might be overcommitting, which would give us a chance. We do have these Equinoxes. I was trying to set up some Symbiosis first. I was going to offensively do it. But I didn't really do that much, for being honest. Let's boost one of these then. Meteor Shower is not very good. It's like 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like a 16 Meteor Shower. That's not that great. I feel like he's overcommitting here. Like quite a bit. I mean, we may as well, if we play this, go to 34. Let's just do it. Let's do this. What we'll do is one of these. Leo. Guess we play a second one of this. what's his last card? Okay. Get a card advantage out of it, and we do get out of the round. I think I'm not sure what the Meteor Shower was. Maybe he didn't know that there were like 2 golds in his deck. Maybe there were 3 golds he wanted to see, and we just saw the Meteor Shower and picked it. I don't really know what that was about. Here, though, we definitely want our Roog, please. We're not going to get it. Like, these combo well together. It's better than this. No Roog, and no Aquan, and no Call the Forest. RNG wants us to lose this game. That is for sure. I guess our best play is just to set this up, and then play this. Problem is, like, Cavalry. I guess he can't do it right away. I guess he can, because he's just going to go Ramon into Light Cavalry. Oh, he played Ramon. No, we're fine. He can't kill this turn. We could Equinox this for huge value. Let's try and do it right away if we can. You should be out of locks. Alright, there we go. We will take it. Yeah, this is going to be insane. So we're at 3 right now. Go in with the Equinox. Hit this. Hit this. Got 31 points out of that. It's pretty good. We'll go this. Still's a Renfri, obviously. Probably an Igni as well, so we want to be careful with this Caress. Although I guess he played Leo. Maybe he's playing Leo. He has Leo Vilgefortz. Yeah, there's no Igni. That was Leo and Vilgefortz. Yes. Got some leader value still, though. It's going to be pretty close. Really going to hope he can't kill this.
Come to me, little one.
Okay, that means he can't kill it. Renfri's coming down now. There she is. I wonder what he'll try and do with that. Our gourd won't be amazing. Actually, no, it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be like a 14. That's definitely good. So we never got our Aquan, never got Roog. Couldn't get Call the Forest to play the Aquan, but, you know, we'll see if we can still pull this off. So stratagems, that's not surprising. And then what's the passive going to be? So that to 10 will be worth 6. The random pings could be good. I might try and RNG onto the Hamadryad with it. I think that's the best choice for him, probably. 10's fine, too. So we go here. And we're just going to see if Gord's good enough. He's probably going to cancel this out, right? Okay, cancels that out. That's 10. He's going to set this to 10. I think we're going to get him. Despite our RNG, we lost our Sunloss to Vilgefortz. We never drew Roog, never drew Aquan, we never got this to play our Aquan. Despite all that, we're going to end up winning. I'll take it, but I don't think that's how that should have gone. Looks like we have a mirror match, potentially. Wonder if he's playing regular or not. Well, at least we ended up with Aquan. That will be kind of important. So we can keep our Aquan alive and we can rebuke his if he plays it. Guess he would probably Nature's Gifted then. Aquan is extremely powerful in this matchup because you get so many points off of it. But it's going to be kind of hard to keep her alive without something like this Crystal Skull, so we're going to use her here.
Though trees live longer than humans, they need protection.
We can Equinox the Tree Ant to then kill his guy, Or we can just go with our own Hamadryad, which is what we're going to do.
Choke the embers. Wind, blow out the flame.
It's kind of interesting not having Phrix in it and such. This is a 6. We're gonna have to kill that. Which should not be too difficult, though. This is a big reset if we want to try and kill her. Might not be worth it. I'm gonna go with it probably isn't worth it. It might be. Like, the question is, we kill this or that. Okay, that's obviously getting rebuked. Guessing he'll pass here. We really haven't committed that much more than him. We call the Forest and Auckland. We played an Equinox, which is a good card in the matchup, I guess. We could rebuke this again. It's a big commitment. Could also reset with Pond Keeper. Kill this instead of this. Let's do it with the Pond Keeper. This second Seer. That removes a big threat later on. I'm curious how much more he really wants to play the round, because he's down by 24. So unless he has a big removal card, I guess it's fine for him if he keeps going. The thing is, we're short on natures. We could go with an Equinox, but that's like a big play we don't have later. Just pass. The Hamadryad's not really enough to get us ahead to where we would win the round. And then we'd be stuck with these three. We don't want to play those, I don't think, quite yet. This should force him to play a gold card, at least. If we went with the Hamadryad, well, in that case we wouldn't be able. He could probably just play like two bronze natures and be fine. And the fact that he played this makes me think he's going to go Simloss, double Equinox later. Well, he still could be Devotion, in which case the Simloss is worse then. We don't know which one it is. But he should play a big card here, which is good for us. There's the Equinox, yeah, so that's what he's doing. Guess he just had to play an Equinox, that's fine. Can't Equinox on the Seer anyway. Oh, I wonder if he's playing... He only had 11. He's totally playing Roog too. Of course he is. This will be interesting then. There's Tempest. We need our Simloss. What are we on gourd? Probably 2? Yeah, 2. Then this will be +3. Getting there. He just passes. Interesting.
Mother Earth, I grant you my life. From you it came, to you it returns.
Our hand could get really bad here because we haven't gotten our frost yet or our sim loss. So our deck has not been thinned. And that could be a big problem. We're just going to hope we don't draw badly. Okay, we got the sim loss. There's the harvest. Yeah, it ended up as good as we could have hoped for. Pretty much. Don't think we could have hoped for it to get much better than that. We'll start with the scribe, then go sim loss. We'll have 2 golds for this. We don't want to play this till he's units, obviously.
I must re-examine the manuscripts.
This is getting rebuked. And then what do we do after that? Oh, we can go with this. We can sim loss here, I think. Although Ethne out is good first. But then we have Ragnarok. Let's go Ragnarok. The damage on this plus this Cataclysm should pretty much let us kill off the Hamadryad, which will be quite valuable in a 10-card round or 9-card round, whatever this is. Yeah, 9 cards. And it's not like if he plays a nature, the Treant might just spawn in the range draw also. So we're going to have to boost this. Hopefully it spawns range just for random bonus value. Nice, it did. It's going to boost this, I'm sure. It's going to hit us. So this does the 5 damage, which is very convenient. I do want to play a gold unit. I'd prefer to play this last. Let's go with the sim loss here.
Why should I, an elf, a sage, converse with an ape?
This is the 5 damage. He's gonna die anyway. Let's stack this row a bit. He has his own Ragnarok still. Well, I guess he could be playing a Heat Wave as his non-nature special, or non-nature, non-unit. I assumed it'd be Ragnarok, but it could not. It may as well be anything else. Might just be Heat Wave. Heat Wave would make a lot of sense, I guess, too. But Ragnarok really cleared up quite a bit of stuff. And there's the Decree. So that's the non... Oh, we're playing Quad Harvest or something? This is some kind of sim loss deck. Ah, I see what it is. It's Quad Equinox. So we're just going to play Equinoxes again with sim loss. That makes sense, I guess. Makes sense. We're going to go for our Clear Skies here, I think. I guess we could just do Pawn Keeper first. More value. Yes, let's do this. The melee effect isn't helpful, though. Yeah, let's just go with the Ethne. Get ourselves that Clear Skies value.
I don't remember. I don't care.
You really didn't have an elf yet. I'm guessing that was the Harmony triggering. Oh, we totally had an elf. Why'd this get +2 then? There's the Tempest. To the Fog, so he's gonna kill one of our Dryads. Annoying. We play our Tempest now. Well, we still have them out. And we'll put one of these on this. I mean, he has 2 Equinoxes, but he is down by 41 points also. And that's a lot. I think we'll go with the Symbiosis here. Oh, she's a Dryad, not an elf. What am I talking about? Obviously, it would trigger his Harmony. For some reason, I was thinking about elves. Just pretend I didn't say that. I know she's a Dryad. That makes more sense. Let's see. So we don't have to worry about filling up our rows. Got 1 Equinox, 2 Equinoxes, and then Gourd. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Alright, so now we begin the point slam. Drop down 1 Spring Equinox. That's plus 14. Pretty good. 11 from the Equinox. We got a Symbiosis of 3. It's pretty good. Pretty good. He has double Equinox off of his Symbiosis, though, so that's going to be even more. We have this, then Gourd. Gourd's going to be a 13, also pretty good. We're going to drop this on something. There's that. Is an Equinox better than denying him an Equinox? How do you get the 3rd Seer? Oh, he created a Seer off of a Harvest. I didn't realize that. Should have realized it, but we didn't. So rebuking his is better than just playing another Equinox of our own. Get rebuked. And we have a huge lead here. Mostly thanks to Roog. Roog actually seems really good in this deck. I thought it might be because it does spawn the Clear Skies, and Ethne plays 3 units, so they all get boosted by the Clear Skies, and then it triggers a bunch of Symbiosis. It seems like it's going pretty well. Here's the double. Here's the Simlos double Equinox. Here's another Equinox here, probably Forest Protector. We're going to drop our Gourd. He's going to be pretty big. And let's see what he's got. I don't think it's going to be 40 whatever points he needs. 45, 46. And that's going to be another Equinox, and it's not going to be enough. GG. Definitely got some good value there from that Roog. First opponent here will be Enslave Nilfgaard with all their lovely tactics. So all of the engine cards we're going to try and use are just going to die. However, we should be having some decent point slam later. We want this off of Tempest. We want this off of Simlos. And then we do want Aquan, which we don't have. We also don't have an Equinox. It's a little bit of an awkward hand. If he seizes the Scribe, he'll be able to trigger it, which is not great. We can always rebuke it. I think Scribe's the best thing here, so we don't have a Equinox for Seer.
I must re-examine
Give him this. He's probably going to hit it with a damage card and seize it. I don't see why he wouldn't if he's trying to get tempo round 1. And without Aquan, this hand's kind of awkward. We could go Roog this round, but then we only have the Simlos and the Force Protector as gold units, and that'd be kind of wasteful. So we really just are probably going to pass this round after 3 cards. It's also worth noting you can just seize the Elven Seer, then put a second Tourney Joust on it. But I kind of figure he might Tourney Joust this and seize it. Let's see, what are we taking here? Gourd. Ooh, that's annoying. Gourd, Hamadryad, Pondkeeper. Took our Gourd. Quite the irritant. Could go Tempest. Tempest would be better if we had a Symbiosis card out. Let's go with our Hamadryad here.
though
Put it
trees
here to
live
dodge
longer
an assassination. It's probably just gonna get
than
seized though.
achieve them.
We can trigger the scribe with our Tempest. I really wanted to see if we get a Symbiosis out first, because that'd be really useful. Most likely he won't let us get it though.
I shall not repeat.
Okay, he is. Yeah, I think we go Tempest. It thins our deck out nicely. So it's a lot of Treant points, triggers this guy. Oh, we're gonna play, I didn't realize we were playing Ivar and such. Or actually, it's probably just gonna be a Vilgefortz. It's probably just Vilgefortz. I mean, we can threaten the Elven Seer and Simlos into the Equinoxes. That makes the harvests not great. I think, yeah, we'll go here.
The elders must put a
Give
stop
this
to
another
this,
one.
else they
Most
will
likely
stop
he's just going to kill this Elven Seer anyway. If he doesn't, we have the Equinox option. Actually, he might just seize it. I would expect him to seize it and then Vilgefortz us for tempo. That's probably what we're going to see here. Most people will just never let the Elven Seer live. There's an assassination. Got a couple choices here. Kind of lean towards just dropping this, getting something in infused. Ideally, we would have played this before the Tempest, but I wasn't going to tempt fate after he let it live for one turn. There's definitely a Vilgefortz coming down here. Vilgefortz are passed, and I'm going with Vilgefortz is my guess. So we can just go into Rebuke, and then we can replay potentially a Frost or the Rebuke with the Protector. I really kind of just want him to pass at this point, though, because I want to hold on to this for the other rounds. Definitely a Rebuke turn coming up. Question is, do we want to play a Fledgling or not?
This profession, carrying trophies is most cumbersome.
We want to go Fledgling. We'll drop the Fledgling. Doesn't have its infused effect, but theoretically it might get some value. I'm probably going to have to play it and this Rebuke anyway, so might as well play it first if we're going to play them both. I don't think he's a 3 damage card, so I don't think he can hit our Pond Keeper and then finish it with a Giant Slayer. He's going to have to use the Vilgefortz or his leader if he wants the tempo here.
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
Well, that's a perfect Rebuke target, and we wanted to play Rebuke anyway. Alright, we got the pass. So what I think we want to do here is the standard thing where we bleed him out against the Yonkel weight decks. We bleed out their gold cards, then go for a short round 3. The thing is, he has a Herald Gourd now. See, we've got Ragnarug. This is for Gwent. Let's put this back. Put this back. Yeah, we'll go Ragnarug, not right away. So we'll play these two this round, because we have the Equinox. So we'll start off with Ethne, I think. Oh, we should start off with Gwent, right? Yeah, let's start off with Aquan. He's gonna probably seize her. We could have used our last Nature's Gift on her, but we don't have one for the Hamadryad. We could honestly hold Ragnarok. The thing is, we definitely want to play the Harvest out of our deck here, so we can draw into our Gourd. So we definitely want to play this, and then we'll be kind of short on gold units. That is a not surprise, and then there's the Seize. We knew he was going to do this. Question is, do we go with the Ragnarok? I think we do. Nice, we hit the armor twice. The thing with Ragnarok is we can finish with, we'll get that Clear Skies, so we play this to get out the 2 Dryads as the finisher for this. So we go Simloss before that, and we row stack, and then go boom, because that'll add a bunch to the row, and then we can trigger everything.
Bow before Nilfgaard's rightful empress.
Oh, this is both rows. I misread that. I thought it was just one row. Good to know. Good to know. We could Equinox this to troll him and lose the game, but we're not going to. Let's go in with the Simloss here.
Only one with no sense would trust the word of a twat.
Got our 5 damage. Too bad we can't hit her. And then let's trigger, let's get one of these. And let's get this, I guess.
Ugh, stop gurgling like that.
Yeah, we could have used our last leader on the Sorceress, but I don't want to, really. Hopefully we can Equinox on her. Well, that's pretty bad.
Act your age. At 2 centuries.
Yeah, I figured that was what was coming. Let's go with the Equinox. I don't really want to boost the Siri if we can avoid it.
True love could lift the curse, but who would love?
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
These are some good cards. This would especially be good round 3. Except we don't have many nature cards left, so I think we should use it here. There are Clear Skies.
I don't remember. I don't care.
It's gonna get the Siri back. You want to play the Forest Protector. He has not played Scoai'tael yet. He has not played Stefan yet. That's probably these 2 cards. I think it's worth forcing those out of him. So let's go here. Play Equinox again. There's the Stefan.
Revolution is inevitable, merely a matter of time.
I think it's definitely worth getting rid of that. Problem is he's a Herald Gorge. That's also just going to match ours. I think he's going to win this. Just potentially just off of that. Nice. We have 4 cards and didn't draw our Herald Gourd. Why am I not surprised? This seems to happen a lot.
You have our undivided attention.
Choke the embers. Wind, blow out the flames.
It's gonna coup this. Kind of look like this is his rightmost card, so maybe, or leftmost. Oh, there's the Artid. Yeah, there it is. Must be nice. He's gonna have so many gourds. We'll let him get his highlights.
The song of my people.
Seeing as we had 4 cards and didn't draw him, might as well let him get a couple more. Why not? We didn't even draw ours, and he's got 2 now. 32 extra points for him there. Enslave. Looks like this video is pretty much only going to be Nilfgaard decks. I apologize for that. Normally I would cut these games out and keep playing, but it's a new patch. I kind of want to make the video come out as soon as possible, so I might have to keep these in. We'll see. We'll see what we want to go with. This is actually pretty nice. Let's see here. We're going to play this. That's good. We've got Scribe. Simloss is good. We don't want to redraw to mess up Simloss or the Equinox. Not Equinox, Tempest. So let's leave this how it is. We probably will have to play Simloss here, because I'm guessing once we go Scribe with the Crystal Skull, or Aquan with the Crystal Skull, he'll seize it, whichever one it is. Could try and bait him with the Scribe, but then now we just do the Aquan. If we bait him with the Scribe, he might seize it when Aquan lives, but then the Aquan doesn't get the Crystal Skull. If we play this without the Crystal Skull, it's just going to turn jousted, so I think this is just a safe thing to do. The big problem here is that he's in a Torres Herald Gourd, and that's really bad for us. I mean, ideally he just passes and doesn't Torres Gourd, but if he Torres his Gourd, he's gonna get probably 3 of them, right? Because he's gonna put the one in his deck, he's gonna get one off of Artid, and then he's gonna coup ours. So we're not gonna not play it. So we really just want him to not Torres. The fact that he played this without Torres first, though, kind of makes me think he doesn't have it. You usually play Torres first, so if you get good cards in their deck, you can stack them with Calweight. Just hope that's the case. Because if he gets Gourd, it's going to be really bad. Because he has so many tactics that the Gourd gets really big. And he spawns more with the Nausicaa Sergeant, so it's not a problem for him to get a ton of tactics. Which is why it's very awkward. Let's play this. Let Aquan get some points here. I think this will die too. But we want to, I kind of want to hold off on Tempest to see if he's going to play the round out or not. Because Tempest into Frost Tempo is really good, especially if you've got out nature cards, or Symbiosis cards, I mean. So this is actually a really good value play. He's definitely going to start passing. I think he's going to pass. If he's going to pass, what do we play? I think we could just play Caress. Does he have... I don't think he's going to have a lock. So Caress is good. It removes Spying. That could be relevant. The problem is going to be Simloss. He's just going to coup our Simloss when we play it. Not much we can do about that. Except hope he plays the bronzes first. But he won't. Because he stacked his decks. They're in his deck. Let's just go with the Caress. He's just going to pass here. Like 99%. Maybe he plays like a couple bronze tactics, but he's probably going to pass. There's a lock. Sure. Let's play this. I don't think he'll do very much here. I think we just aim for a short round 3 with as many Equinoxes as possible? Hopefully we get Roog next round then. Might be worth thinning with Tempest. Okay, good. So we want to draw Roog. We didn't thin our deck, so it's not that likely we get it, but if we do get it, it'd be really good. I didn't really expect to get it. Oh, we do have it. So we go Roog, Simlos, Tempest. We need another gold unit. So Ethne this round. This hand looks quite good. I don't want to mess with Simlos or Tempest. There's 4 cards in our deck we don't want to draw, so we won't redraw that last one. We can do some stuff here. We can go. We're gonna go with Roog into Simlos and Ethne. That's our plan. So we can open with this. We'll get Assassination or Stolen, whichever one he wants to go for. It's really good value steal on the Enslave. I didn't check. Oh, it's Enslave 5. I didn't check. I just assumed it'd be Enslave 6. Okay. It's like a couple weeks ago I stopped checking. I used to always check this, and no one ever played anything except Enslave 6. What is the non-tactic card in the deck? I mean, it could be Roog to try it out. Not sure. Could be Heatwave. I've seen that before, but not recently. I mean, we could just give this another infused. That's non-Symbiosis. It doesn't matter. It's just getting our guy out. We just didn't want to play the Roog yet. I'm hoping he plays something in the other row. We're going to play this either way. Nice, he played it in the other row. So, it's going to be for a lock, I'm assuming. He's got 2 choices for lock. Any damage card could let him seize it then as well.
Secret compartment. Delightful.
Still has Vilgefortz and such. This looks like a good turn to Roog. If he has a Heat Wave, it's going to get Heat Waved. The nice thing is Roog's prologue is actually really good value. Because it's both rows with the Cataclysm. Heat Waves this, he can't Heat Wave Gord or the Equinox cards. He'll have a Vilgefortz for that though. So Ragh, oh, it's Shupe. Shupe tactics. Okay, that makes sense. Is this on Caress better than this on Equinox? That's what we're thinking about right here. Caress versus Equinox. I think we hold it for Equinox. Let's go Simlos. We have the Simlos first anyway, because this is the only unit in our hand. We don't want to waste the hand buffs from Simlos.
You are no lunatic.
Got our 5 damage. We might as well just hit this. And then pick this one. This could just be the Dragoon. It's not the Dragoon, but that's pretty interesting. That has a lot of scary potential. Let's hit this so it dies. Can't be slave drivered. Then we go Ethne off Call the Forest, and we're looking pretty good. He has to kill the Seer, or seize it, so we know he's going to do that. And then they'll leave a space here that if we Call the Forest, we get a Treant. We want this gone, or at least something from this row gone, otherwise Call the Forest could spawn a Treant here, and we won't actually have, we'll like lose out on a guy from this Dung Dryad girl. Yeah, so he did that. We knew he was gonna do that. He probably has some stuff to actually play on it too. This is, if it's not normal tactics, if it's Shupe, he might not have a coup on this, which would be nice. Resilience, sure. Sure, let's go in here with Forest. What do we want to go? Yeah, we go Forest first. Get Ethne.
As you command, Lady of the Wood.
Of another world.
Pretty nice, clear skies. And then this Tempest will be insane. So take our Ethne. It's probably good for him. Let's go Tempest into our Frosts. We might be able to 2-0 him. I wouldn't count on it though, because he still has a Shupe. I mean, not Shupe. He played Shupe in Radea.
The good of the Empire. That is what matters.
He has a tall removal card though, right? I would have played that on Elven Seer if I were him, but what are you gonna do? We can kill off Elven Seer, or we can go with an Equinox. Well, Equinox first and then do it. I think we kill Elven Seer. Well, I was thinking we kill Elven Seer because we don't have anything in range of a tall removal card, but we do if we play the Forest Protector. I think we just play an Equinox. This kind of looks like it might be a 2-0. There's the Boga Forts.
Stars reflected in a pond of the night sky.
Put all this out. Assume it. I'm not seeing a 50, whatever he needs. There's the Scoai'tael. He still needs to have 39. Or 38, I guess, because this gets +1. There's a Unicorn. Yeah, no, we got him. We got him. GG. So that's the deck, guys. Actually seems really good. I mean, it actually seems quite good. I'm very happy with it. Roog actually has some good value. When I first read Roog, I missed the both rows for Cataclysm. I thought it was on the opposite row. So anyone who saw the patch review video, I said I wasn't sure this had enough value. With 2 turns of Cataclysm on two rows, the deploy from this is actually nice. The prologue, rather. I guess 12 value on the prologue. That's actually quite nice. And then you have the damage from the Chapter 1 and Clear Skies is good in the deck. So I think Roog definitely fits in here very nicely. And then as far as the rest of the deck, the Elven Seer has super potential. We ran 1 Elven Seer. I'm pretty sure it won us 2 games. So I like Elven Seer. I would like a second, but I think the only way to do that's cut Gord. And I'm not sure what we replace him with, right? Because we'd be a 6 provision card. Could be a Dregeray or something. That's a possibility. So, something to keep in mind. But I do like the deck. It actually seemed... I wasn't sure how well it would go, but it actually turned out quite well. It was actually quite nice. Elven Scribe did okay, too. We could play a second one of him. I do think I like him a little over the Enchantress in this deck. The Enchantress usually gets a lot of value because you can put the Vitality on Phyrexian. But since we don't have the Devotion here, the Phyrexian's cooldown doesn't get lowered. And I'm not sure. I don't think he's worth it then. So that's something to keep in mind. One other thing to keep in mind is we don't have the FOV, right? The reason we don't have the FOV is because we have 2 thinning from Simloss, theoretically, and then we've got the Tempest double thin. So I figured that might be enough. There was that one game where we didn't get any of our good cards. We still won. That was ridiculous. The one where they milled our Simloss, but FOV would have helped there. But again, I think you'd have to cut Gord. But you can cut Gord. So change this to Gord and then drop Seer to another 4. That's an option if you want to run the FOV consistency. I like Gord as the finisher, although it's very irritating as Nilfgaard, because Nilfgaard will just Torres it, and then they have so many tactics in their deck, especially with like the Nausicaa Sergeant spawning tactics and what's his face, Stefan Skellen making 4 tactics that their Gord all the Gords they play will be 15s. So that's a problematic matchup. But overall, I do like the deck. I think the Tempest really nice. Obviously, Tempest is nice. I'm pretty sure we all knew Tempest would be amazing. But worked out really well in the end. The deck synergizes quite well together. The Equinoxes are definitely worth it, just spamming Equinox. Each one's worth 12, right? So plus 11 with a Symbiosis from the leader. Each one's worth 12 points. That's kind of insane, and you just replay them with your Force Protector, put them on Elven Seers. It's possible to, I think we saw someone do this. You could go Alyssa, right? You can Alyssa back. She is 7, I thought. She is 6 for 6. You can tell how much I play Alyssa. Oh. She's a 6 for 8. Okay, that's right. She got nerfed. I thought she was 7. Yeah, so you can Alyssa back the Equinoxes if you want to. That's really good if you go like Elven Seer, the Elven Seer route, right? You can Elven Seer, play Equinox on it. It'll create another one. Shuffle those into your deck, and you've got a triple Equinox Symbiosis, right? If you play this, you play one out of your hand, you shuffle 2 into your deck, you still have that one in your deck. This is really nice. You can go triple Equinox Symbiosis if you wanted to. So that is an option. It's worth mentioning. I like this version though. I do like it. I like Gourd, and I had a lot of fun with this. So if you guys want to try it out, be my guest. It was quite a blast to play, especially the Roog. Really underestimated this card, and I will admit it. Anyway, though, hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.